your stance on nofap, which is very, very interesting, which a lot of people wouldn't understand. Nofap is the idea of not masturbating to pornography. And it's interesting that you are a porn star telling people not to masturbate to porn. So break that down, because it's fascinating. When I first, started listening to you, I was like, yeah, you make a ton of sense about that. You make a huge amount of sense.
Well, it's the thing, man. My buddy has a really good analogy. It's like, if you're a drug dealer, you don't want to be doing lines of coke all day. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that pornography isn't a vice. It's a vice, okay? I actually get a lot of flack from women in my industry for saying this and for kind of having this approach. Comes to me with any kind of problem in the bedroom, be that erectile dysfunction, performance anxiety, premature ejaculation, delayed ejaculation, anything like that. The first thing I tell them is stop masturbating to porn. Cut that shit out immediately. Boom. If you have a problem in the bedroom, that's the first thing you should take. The first action step you should take. My kind of attitude is this. Look, I smoke cigars. I like smoking cigars. I'm not going to pretend that my risk of getting mouth or tongue cancer doesn't go up from smoking cigars. I'm not an idiot, right? I can still enjoy this thing and accept the consequences of enjoying it, okay? But that's kind of my approach when it comes to porn. Like, I enjoy shooting it, I enjoy making it, I love the industry, it's given me a great life, but I'm not going to pretend that there are guys out there who consume it too much and it fucks them up. To understand why it can help you to wean off porn is your dopamine response, the novelty response that your brain gets. So if every day I'm opening up a million, tabs on Pornhub and watching so much different porn, well, think about the way your brain evolved. It's the same reason why, like, this little device in our hand causes our attention spans to go down. TikTok is a great example of that. 100%. The brain is just being bombarded with novelty, right? So if I'm sitting there watching 20 different porn tabs, and that's 20 different women doing 20 different things, well, of course that is way more novel than one beautiful woman in front of me. So when the time comes for me to actually have sex with a beautiful woman, I have conditioned my brain to need a certain level of stimulus, a certain dopamine response. I've conditioned my body that way through my masturbation habits. And you're associating the erectile response with that overstimulus. So, okay, then I get to the bedroom with a woman, it's just her, she's not, I don't know, gargling 20 balls or whatever the fuck you were Googling, right? It's not as novel, it's not as unique, it's not as exciting. Your brain is not going to give you that same kind of physical response as it was doing when you were masturbating, right? So of course you're going to have trouble in the bedroom. You've trained yourself to do that. Yeah. So go right ahead. I don't care. Keep watching my porn. Keep making me money. I'm fine with that.
Rack the views up, guys. Rack the views up.
Help me rise those numbers on Pornhub. But if you do have problems, that's the first place you should start. And don't masturbate at all, because I'm not a big, I'm not really like a semen retention guy.
No, definitely. Same as me. No.
Because I just look at things from an evolutionary perspective, man. Like, okay, when Genghis Khan was pillaging across the Asian steppes in Europe, was he retaining his semen? No, he wasn't, because a large swathe of the human population are descended from the man. So obviously he wasn't retaining any semen. You know what I mean? So
he's impregnating,
He's impregnating people. So it's like the natural drive of a man is to, find a woman and release his seed with her. So that's what I tell guys. I'm like, look, don't masturbate, but don't pretend like you have to hold it in if you're with a beautiful woman. Because I know guys will take it that far.
Yeah, well, 100% on YouTube, it's like, I reached my 2-year goal, and you're like, holy shit, man.
Go talk to a woman.
Yeah, exactly. Go fucking do it. And I'm and they're like, I get all these benefits. I'm like, yeah, but fuck me doing that for 2 years. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so how many times you had sex in that series? Oh, none. Like, it's like, oh.
Exactly. See, I think you get the exact same benefits from just not masturbating and, okay, saving that energy to be with a woman than you do from not using it at all ever for 2 years.
Now it says